Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be sharing with you guys my unpopular makeup / social media opinions. I have done one video like this before, I believe it was last November, and I really enjoyed doing it, and I always enjoy watching these sorts of videos, which is why I wanted to do that today. I basically have a full list of unpopular makeup opinions that I have, and I'm going to share it with you guys, so let's just get into it. The very first unpopular opinion that I have is I actually really do like to basically use the brushes in makeup palettes. Now, keyword, brushes, not applicators. These are a whole bunch, and I have more, but these are a whole bunch of brushes that have been found in makeup palettes that I still use. I used a few of these today. You might recognize a few of these Anastasia Beverly Hills brushes. These can be found in the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, and they basically feature like a synthetic, like fluffy end on one end, and then they have like a little bit more of a tightly packed packing brush on the other end. I love this specific brush, and I basically have it from almost every single palette that I own from Anastasia, and I absolutely love using this end. It's great for an under eye area, it's great for packing on color, and I just love using these brushes. And then I have a whole bunch of other brushes. I have this brush from a Smashbox palette that I no longer own, but I still love this brush. I have this brush from an Icon palette, and then I have a few like brushes right here. I have this Dose of Colors one, and then I have this one that I just completely forgot where it came from. But long story short, I really do like to reach for brushes specifically from makeup palettes, because sometimes you do get like a weird applicator, but recently brushes have been introduced. Sometimes you do get like a weird sponge tip applicator, which I tend to avoid, but whenever brands have brushes, even like these weird flat brushes, I still like to take them out and put them with my other brushes, and they do end up getting used a lot. So I really do like using brushes specifically from makeup palettes, because I find I can get a lot of use out of them, and they pretty much like they end up being pretty good brushes. So that's my unpopular opinion number one. Alright, so the next unpopular opinion that I have is I literally do not have a limit to how long or how many times I use my false lashes. I use my false lashes, let me tell you, I use my false lashes from the minute I take them out of the packaging to the time that they literally fall apart in my hands. I have used these lashes, these are the House of Lashes Iconic Lights, countless times. I would not be surprised if I use them 20 to 30 times. I just use them a lot. Like, I use my lashes to death for the simple reason that I simply cannot afford to buy lashes that often, and whenever I do have lashes in my collection, I will use them. And there is a way to do that, you know, like you just have to be careful with your lashes, you have to take care of them. There are certain practices that I employ, but my basic point is I don't use my lashes like 5-10 times and then get rid of them. I literally use them for an unlimited period of time until they literally disintegrate in my hands, and I've had lashes do that. And whenever that happens, of course, I get rid of them. But up until that point, I use lashes nonstop, and I literally do not have an expiration date for lashes. I just keep using them. Another unpopular opinion that I have that is lashes related is I sometimes do feel the need to use false lashes in my makeup looks. Hear me out, okay? I do makeup tutorials on YouTube, I do makeup videos on YouTube, and I will say that I love to do some really dramatic eye looks. Something like the one that I have on today. Like, I do some serious dramatic eye looks because that's what I love, that's my style, that's the way I like to do things. However, I do think that in some cases, in fact in most cases, I do find myself, well, quote unquote, needing false lashes for my makeup looks. Sometimes I feel that whenever I'm doing my makeup for the camera, whenever I'm doing my makeup for photos, I feel like in a way I'm doing my makeup for like a show. I'm doing my makeup and I want you guys to be able to see it. I want everything to be exaggerated, and that in a way really frees me up to do a lot of like really interesting and avant-garde looks, but it also makes me feel the need to lengthen my lashes and to add more volume in my lash area. I don't necessarily wear lashes on a day-to-day basis. In fact, I barely wear lashes at all on an everyday basis, even on special occasions. However, I wear lashes all the time when I'm filming because I feel that somehow, even though a makeup look will look fantastic without lashes in real life, and sometimes even better without lashes in real life, whenever I'm filming or in my fake life, whenever I'm filming, I just like using false lashes because I feel like it just balances the look. Because I feel like, for example, if this look was done without false lashes, I feel like my lash line would be in a sense overpowered by the extreme eyeshadow look, by the extreme glitter that I have going on, and that is why I feel the need to add length and add volume to my lashes in that way. So I do feel that for me, I want to use false lashes in my looks because I want to add that oomph, I want to add that sense of extra-ness. I want to make it look a little bit more bedazzled, if you will. That sounds so weird, but you know what I mean. I just want to add the icing on the cake. I want to add those lashes in, even though if I was doing like a similar look in my day-to-day life, I probably wouldn't wear false lashes. But if I have like a really dramatic eyeshadow look, if I have a really dramatic and really glittery makeup look, I want to make sure that my actual lash line is not being overpowered by what I'm doing. So that is my reasoning behind wearing false lashes, or having a need, if you will, to wear false lashes. But on to the next unpopular opinion. It is difficult for me to believe in the concept of a wearable look. And let me explain this. Like a lot of people sometimes get requests for wearable makeup tutorials, for wearable versions of various different makeup looks. And for me, I always find that a little bit confusing. I mean, now I find it really confusing because I look at makeup through this like new perspective of being absolutely limitless. You can literally do anything you want with makeup, but at the same time, everyone is different, their preferences are different, their features are different, and their situation is different, their lifestyles are different. So what might be wearable for somebody might not be wearable at all for someone else. I always find that your attitude and the way you carry yourself is more indicative of who you are and how you can contribute to a working environment or a academic environment, rather than your appearance. Of course, your appearance is very important, but I feel like the way you conduct yourself and your mannerisms are even more so, in my personal opinion and in my personal experience. So I don't really care what I'm wearing so long as it's comfortable for me. I wouldn't wear this to college or to work because this kind of look requires a lot of maintenance. I want to make sure that my glitter isn't going anywhere. I want to make sure that my lipstick is still perfect, and I don't want to go through life, and I don't want to go through my day, worrying about things like that. I just want to make sure that my makeup is functional, that it works, and that I do not have to think about it. So that for me is a wearable look. However, for somebody else, a wearable look might mean a no makeup look, which is not necessarily that same thing for me. For me, a wearable look, a wearable day-to-day look is winged liner and a lipstick. That's a wearable look for me. Some people can't do a winged liner every single day, but that's just how it is for me. And so other people have the different concept and a different idea of what a wearable look entails. So my point is, a wearable look is so different that a lot of the times in different cases it's almost impossible to say, hey, yeah, let's do a wearable look, or let's do a wearable makeup tutorial, because it's so different for everybody else. The term wearable and attaching it to a makeup look, it's a little bit, sometimes it can mean so many different things for different people, because what might be wearable for somebody might not be wearable at all for somebody else, and vice versa. So a wearable makeup look, or using that term in that way, it's a little bit confusing to me, and I actually don't really like using that term too much because I find that it's very limiting, and the term wearable is so different for so many people, and that's why I don't really want to use that term, and that's why I don't really like to use it as an adjective, especially in makeup, because makeup is so different for so many different people. The next point that I want to make, I don't believe in asking genetically attractive people to post or to do a daily makeup tutorial. I'm not trying to say that if you're pretty, you shouldn't be doing a makeup tutorial, or you shouldn't be talking about how you achieved your daily makeup look, or a makeup look in general. I'm just saying that there's so many people online, and I'm just saying that whenever I look at a picture of like a beautiful Instagram model, or like just any kind of beautiful individual that wears makeup, beautiful person by society standards who wears makeup, I see so many comments of people saying do a daily makeup routine or do a daily makeup tutorial, and it's kind of like, you do realize that what they're wearing the bare minimum. They're probably wearing like a mascara, something on the lid, eyebrow stuff, and a lip balm or a lip gloss, and maybe some contouring, but you do realize that they look that good because that is their genetics. Those are their genetics. They look that good because they were genetically programmed to look that good, or plastic surgery. I mean, I love makeup, and I love making myself look like a different way with makeup, and I love the artistry of it, and I love the creativity of it, but I do know that I will not be able to look like a Victoria's Secret model if I do my makeup exactly like a Victoria's Secret model. You get what I mean? Because Victoria's Secret models, they look genetically perfect. They look conventionally like beautiful by society standards. They are almost untouchable in their beauty because that is their genetic makeup. And I'm not going to ask a Victoria's Secret model, hey, what's your daily makeup routine? Because no matter what kind of makeup look I do, no matter what products I use, even if it is the carbon copy of what they do and what they use, it's not going to look the same on me. I'm not going to transform into a Victoria's Secret model just because I'm doing her techniques. So yes, I do not believe in asking genetically beautiful people, genetically attractive people for their daily makeup looks in the hopes that I will be able to look anything like that, because I just don't. That's just reality. That's just how it is. Decluttering is not always the best thing for your makeup collection, and let me tell you why. I will say, by the way, that Mia's Virtual Vanity did a video in which she talked about decluttering in a similar way, and I'll put it down below. But I think that we both have the same opinion, in which we think that decluttering is not always the best thing for your makeup collection, and let me tell you why. Whenever you're buying something, and whenever it's makeup related, and whenever you're not somebody that's not getting PR or getting free makeup right and left, you are putting down money for a makeup product that you're not going to get back. You are never going to get that makeup money back unless you return it, or unless you sell it for potentially a cheaper price than you first bought it for, right? So you're putting down money that you're probably never going to get back. And here's the thing. Sometimes you have a makeup item that you love, you have a makeup item that you hate, and then you have makeup items that you just feel, you don't really feel either way about, but still, you don't really use that much. I personally think that there is no real good reason to be decluttering most of the makeup in your collection if you genuinely put down money for it and you don't necessarily hate every single thing that you're decluttering. I think it's better to maybe look at your makeup collection and try to curate it. Try and maybe buy things a little bit more wisely. Try and maybe make sure that you're weeding out the things that either made you break out, that you really hated, or that you just really didn't like. And if you have something that you think is mediocre, try and use it up, because you already spent money on it. You already put money down. You're probably not going to get it back. If you do have somebody who absolutely might love that product, then of course give it to them. But my point is, decluttering makeup and throwing makeup away is always it's not always the best decision to be making, in my personal opinion, because you're losing a ton of money, because makeup is expensive. I actually don't mind using shimmery colors or metallic colors in my crease or in my under eye area. I do understand that those areas are typically reserved for matte formulas or matte finishes, but I personally love using like metallic formulas formulas and shimmery formulas pretty much anywhere and everywhere. I don't want to feel limited in the way I'm applying my makeup just because somebody on YouTube or somebody on the internet or somebody in person that I should apply my makeup in that specific way. I feel like it's so much more fun just not to be limited by things, you know? And of course, I do want to say that yes, I understand that for some people, applying shimmery or metallic formulas in certain places might not be the best thing, or they might not like it as much. But for my personal face, for my own face, I don't necessarily care. I just want to do whatever I want to do. And if I have a beautiful color and if I feel like it will look amazing on my lower lash line or in my crease, I will totally do that. And I don't really care about whether or not it looks good to other people. I just want to do it for myself, and that's just what makeup is all about, honestly. Like, makeup is all about showing your own personal creativity and being as creative and outgoing as you can through like painting your face. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. So that is pretty much the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it and found it interesting. If you have similar opinions, of course, leave them down in the comments below. I'll get back to you, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye, guys.